Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Well, I wasn't going to comment on this, but I just saw the funniest video from this guy called Organised Chaos. This poor, triggered little Irish guy about a certain man. Let's just call him Derek June or Derek August. I can't remember his name. Oh God, he's hilarious, but not. He, in my opinion, which I'm entitled to, is what is known as a diversity shield. Now, what is a diversity shield? Because it's very difficult when you're a white person to talk about people who aren't white, because it's very easy for them to portray you as a racist or slander you or, so forth, because it's just, when you're white, it's automatically assumed that you're racist, and the whole angry white male sort of thing. You can't argue with anyone, you can't talk about anything because your race gets used against you just all the time. He's what's known, in my opinion, as a diversity shield. It's when a person of colour or a minority stands up for and supports a white supremacist group or racist group like the MAGA group or someone like that, to help them. It's like, well, they can say, we're not racist. See, we've got that black guy over there. He likes us. He's on our channel, so we can't be racist, right? And that's what they're there for. They're there to deflect, those sort of claims and be what is that term when you're just one? A token. You're like the token, black guy of the channel, the token Mexican guy of the channel, not talking about a certain man of iron or anything, because I don't talk about these people, of course. I'm not talking about them at all. But yeah, so Mr. June or August or whatever his name is, he comes after this guy, and I'm part Irish too, so maybe he's got a problem with Irishmen or something, but I couldn't be Irish because I'm too much of a bitch, apparently, because only Irish are only like tough guys, and I'm slim and so forth. So like this other guy, his whole rational argument against this guy is, you can't be Irish because he's too much of a bitch. And I'm like, so he must be lying. And I'm like, what? And they tried to have a debate, and because this guy slipped up and said he was triggered, and then he forgot he said it like 2 seconds before, and who hasn't done that? Then he jumped on that, so he didn't have to actually address any of the issues that they were having. And he wouldn't address me directly, so that's not going to be an issue here, because I don't have enough viewers. So he only does things, in my opinion, for viewers and monetization, and I'm not a big enough fish. But I said something that upset him on Twitter. I should just call Twitter triggered. But yeah, and I gotta be careful how I say this, because it was misrepresented, and I had to remove the comment and expand on it just slightly for the stupid people, or because these people take things, put them out of context, and people who aren't intelligent enough to read the sarcasm or look at the context of the comment get gaslit and take it how they meant it. Now, I was saying he has, in my opinion, a bunch of racist white supremacist friends that he supports as a diversity shield, and these people eventually want to make America white again. They want to return to the days when women and minorities were basically second-class citizens and literal slaves. And I was suggesting, if he was lucky, when they get back to making America white again, he might be lucky, and instead of being put out in the field with all the other black people that they're going to make their slaves, which of course I would never want to see happen, he might be lucky and he might get to be a house slave because he actually helped them. So he might get rewarded, but not in the way that he thinks, because these people seem to think that when these people eventually establish, white supremacy again, somehow they won't be affected. Somehow they'll be different, because these people, they believe in otherism. They get sucked into otherism. It's like, well, they're not racist against me because I'm different, I'm special. It's all the other black people. They're the ones that somehow something's going to happen to, but I'll be okay. I'll be living in the big house with Master. I'll be fine for some reason. That's what they think. No. These people are white supremacists. They hate you. If they get the power back, if they get white supremacy back to where it was 50 years ago or whatever, you'll be out in the fields, or you'll be cleaning their boots or washing their floors. You will not be sitting next to them making videos and being treated like an equal. That's not going to happen. But these people think that because they otherize their own people and believe that somehow I'm different, I'm special, and it's the others that they're talking about. No, they're talking about all of you. So yeah. So I made a comment. I just made a slightly more a shorter version of what I just said, and he actually tried to twist it and make it sound as though I wanted him to be a you know what, that I was calling for a African American person to be you know whatted. So I'm not saying those two words in the same sentence. But yeah, so the issue of slavery was put up as though I supported it, which I don't. And I shouldn't have even said that, because they will twist anything, take anything out of context. I was obviously being sarcastic, and it was a warning to him, you know, on behalf of just a person from the outside saying, you are fooled. You are a fool if you think that you're going to be treated differently by these people when they eventually get the power that they're trying to get. Because they're trying to make America white again. They want to get rid of... I mean, we all know what they're doing. And the fact that there's like such a thing as like a black Republican and stuff like that, and there's people argue that, oh, you're racist because you think we shouldn't, you know, if we don't vote this way or that way or your way, that somehow we're not, you know, black. And I'm like, ay vey, you can't be so stupid that you don't know what you're doing, but you are deluded if you think that it's going to get a different result from what it's going to. So yeah, so the main thing I wanted to comment on was that comment that because I made this on his Twitter. Basically, he just was saying something, and I was like, you know, when your friends eventually, you know, rule the world and, you know, enslave all the black people, if you're really lucky because you've helped them achieve this, maybe you get treated a little bit better than the other slaves. But basically, you're still going to be a slave when they take over. And that's a warning. That's not something I want to happen. Obviously, I don't want these people to rule the world, because they might keep black people for working stock, but they're going to kill me. They don't have any use for me. They don't have any use for the gays or for, you know, slim gays, because apparently, you know, he's built. You watch his video, he'll stand up and say how built he is, that the other guy's doughy. And I'm like, seriously? He's like, I'm wearing a tank top. And I'm like, yeah, you don't have any shoulders though. I mean, neither do I, but I'm not standing up saying that I'm the man and other guys aren't because they're slim. I mean, God, I was watching that and I'm like, really? He's ranting about how built he is compared to this other guy. Like, that has anything to do with his argument. Oh my God, Mr. August, or June, or whatever his name is. And that's the other funny thing. He got caught for about 3 days asking me who his white supremacist friends were. Like, he doesn't know his own friends. Like, he doesn't know who I'm talking about. We all know. Anyone watching this video, and I know no one's going to watch this video because my channel has been absolutely destroyed by YouTube. And I'm going to do a video about that later. I've been absolutely destroyed. My channel is I may as well just, you know, just refer to it as my vlog, because it's only my friends listening, because they'll actually look for me. But yeah, so, oh my God, what was I talking about? I don't know. It's just so funny. Oh yeah, like, he just kept getting stuck on who is it? What are their names? What are their names? I'm like, you think I'm stupid enough to say these people's names and what I'm accusing them of? Because even if I say it and word it properly, so as I can't be legally, you know, in trouble, you will twist it around and cut and paste, you know, to make it, you know, however you want it to be. So I don't play that stuff. You know, I make videos like this. I talk to the camera, and that's it. I don't like take little clips and little samples and switch things around and try and make people out to be the bad guy so I can monetize them because it's all a game and I'm just a grifter. No, I'm just talking and expressing myself. And how many minutes have I been talking for? 9 minutes? I can't believe I thought this was going to be a 5-minute video. Maybe I can make a shorter version. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. I just had to comment on this. Because this guy is a bully, in my opinion. This guy does monetize people and bait people, and he knows what he's doing, and he thinks he's smart, but the people he's helping, like I said, if they do get, you know, I don't think it can ever happen. I don't think we can ever actually reverse the clock back to like 19... Well, when were black people slaves? Like 1810 or something? We're never going to get back to those days. I don't think it can happen. But that's what they want. They want to go back to that. They want to go back to before women had rights and could vote. They want to go back before gays, had rights and could come out of the closet. They want to either kill us or, make us basically disappear so they can pretend we don't exist, and they pretend that they rule the world and they're masters of the universe. Basically, that's what they want. And you get these people helping, like the Man of Iron from Mexico, and Derek June or whatever his name is. And it's just sad. I'm like, you're hurting your cause, you're hurting yourself, you're a joke, you're an absolute joke. Everyone is laughing at you, but you don't see it or you don't care because you're making money out of this, and you seem to think that somehow when it all falls, you'll be treated differently. Maybe you might get house versus field, but that's the best. You're still going to be, so yeah, I'm going to go.